Hello, everyone. This is Invasion Animation, and I should be live now. Remember to like the streams or further ahead to anyone watching. Thank you in advance. So, alright, this is the first time I actually managed to remember to say that. Alright, well, that's good. What's up, Hip? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's do this right now. Not sure how much time I have exactly, but I'm gonna finish all of this. I basically just have 2 left to do. And yeah, I should censor the building right now because I don't need that just yet. So let's take that away so I can properly see the background and be able to do what must be done. And let's see. I should finish the leaf ridge or vein, I should say, in her dress. Or shirt, I should say. And that should be fine. I could just let it be plain. It's not that difficult, so let's keep it going. Alright, so that looks good. There. Let's erase this part. Alright, so what I intend on doing right now is I'm going to I'm going to do this, and then if I have enough time, I'm still going to... Hi, Aped Green, welcome to the stream. If I have enough time, I'm going to go and do the background for an animation that I'm working on. See, this is the scene of it. Took a picture of it, so I'm going to just do that and actually make the background all nice and proper. I'll save that to color in for later. Should I just delete these children? Yeah, let's just do that now. I could just shrink them down. It's not like I'm gonna use these exact models. So let's do that. And I could just use them as a slight color reference up here. I'm amazed they didn't get all blurry. It usually does that when it comes to stuff like that. And anyways, he's holding his daughter, so we're gonna do that now. So let's do that. Let's make the lines nice and black. Actually, I don't think I need the forest for that one. It's gonna be kind of far. So let's do trees. There we go. Nice smaller line. Alright. Let's do that. I have to animate the door still, but that should be fine. I should have a unified way of making his head by now. Actually, he's gonna be looking towards the screen, so let's just do that slightly. Let's do do a nice big one here. And here. Right. I kind of like the fans that do the fans that this creature has. So let's have him just basically beckoning his wife to come with him, even though this was their plan to go on a picnic all along. This picnic is going to be a tragedy, but that's going to happen in the next comic, the next book of it. So let's do that. Don't have to have it go as wide. Actually, let's start it from down here. Alright, I think that works. Alright, so that's good like that. Right, let's go here and draw him holding his daughter. I did not check the image polls, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the 4 winners. So I'm going to just assume that it's that. Alright, let's see. Alright, so let's have him hold her like this. Let's have him hold her like this. Alright, so there we go. And let's have the... I guess I could call it a support arm, basically. Go like this. Alright, so that's fine. Body stretches out to about here. So let's do that. And here. Because if his arm was going out to about here, that's the way I design it. Alright, so that should be good. Alright, let's do... I'm gonna leave the hands handless for right now, because I'm gonna draw his daughter. Alright, she's up here, so let's just drag her down so I can see her properly. Alright, is this in the people layer? Yes, it is. Okay. I forgot the size he was supposed to be. Oh well, this is fine. Alright, so let's do that. I should use more faded lines next time I do like the storyboard area. I know her ears are circular in that reference photo, but I decided I'm gonna make it pointy too, because that's just how most of their ears look. And I feel like it's better that way. Alright, so that's good. Let's do like that. Like a bit too far. This is better. And let's have here you go, like so. Let's have her antennas like this. Alright, not quite. The heck. Alright. There we go. And there we go. Naturally, the children have bigger eyes than the adults. So let's just have her doing this. This is a girl, by the way. She has 2 lines on her antenna, so that means she's above 10, but below 20. thinking about having Outer Wilds music to this, but I feel like this music matches the vibe a little bit more at the moment for what I'm drawing. Alright, so let's do that and that. Let's go down to twos and do their noses because I forgot about that. I don't know. I already know the reason why they have noses, but it's not really too necessary. Like, they smell with their noses, but with their antennas, they use it to be able to find home easily. It's where they can sense their pheromones and stuff. But that's not really necessary. So, could be an interesting narrative for a story to tell. Okay, so there's that. This man is in his 30s. What's his specific age of 30? Who knows? But, can't deny that he's in his 30s. Alright, so, there we go. And am I forgetting anything? Alright, her entire body. And so let's do that. Alright, so that's good. Let's do that, should work. And alright, so that's right here. This goes down a little lower. And let's do that here. Her dress, I think a tool to it could be called. Let's do that for right here. First, let's do his legs. I'm gonna erase it later, so that's fine there. I messed up somewhere here. Alright, let me see. And this man's arms needs to be longer, and his legs need to be shorter. And I feel like his daughter should be a little bit shorter too. So that's fine for his feet. A fairy, right? Yep, it is a fairy. Fall Galactic. Also, welcome to the stream. He's on a fairy holding his daughter. I had like a 10 that showed like the proper size of them, but it's not in this part. Alright, so. But this will do just fine. If anything, I can have her dress start a little bit further ahead. Yeah, I could just have it start further ahead, so that works. Alright, so let's just bend the body like here and like here. Let's erase a significant amount of it. Alright, so like so, there we go. But yeah, I'm recently watching series called Move to Heaven, and that show is so good. What's up, Michael? Welcome to the stream. But I'm recently watching a show called Move to Heaven, and it is so good. It's about this autistic person. Actually, that was at number 3. Right. It's about this autistic person. Oh, actually, that works well with the hands. Right. Anyways, let's just have to just go down to here, and here, and here. So standing up, the body would be kind of like that, and like that. Legs. Alright, that's a decent size. Alright, so let's do that. I'm gonna make the arm slightly longer because the arms are quite long for this species. And I don't think that arm would go down to his knees. So we're gonna just simply not really change too much about the image. Just take it down to that and to that. Bring the image up to 10 and erase. As simple as that. There we go. Back to trees and erase. Okay, so that's that, and then that should work. And now let's do that holder. Okay, here we go. I remember watching a Blue Sky movie, Epic. This kind of reminds me of that movie. I actually seen that one. It was a pretty good movie. I forget if it starred Beyonce or Rihanna, but whichever one of the two it was, they played the Queen character. And it was nice, like, with the humans, like, falling in love with the species. My one, they're gonna experience time the exact same way as a human would. They're just as like fast as a human. They live around as long. These fairies are going to live only about 50 years. And I think that's a decent amount of time for the fairies. Because they're not really too advanced just yet. Alright, so let's add that. Right, the leg is about as long as the body. Let's have that go there. And this here. Right, so that works. And okay, so that's there. Let's do this here. And let's have just those little wings there. Let's add wings there and there. Let's just keep her having a slight amount of wins, just to add some believability, because your brother doesn't really have any. Alright, so that works there. I'm hoping that you guys can like understand what's going on without me coloring it in just yet. 50-year-old fairy. That's like 200 years old in fairy years or bug years. Yeah. It must be quite a trip for them, because like the fairies, they live like 50 years while most other insects live only like a few months. So that must be like either really good or really bad for their agriculture. That could be interesting. Alright, so these guys, they have their own little farms. They farm mushrooms. It's in a very early panel of the comic book. But they could farm like other insects too, and maybe like specially breed them for meat and stuff. That could be neat. They already domesticated spiders, so they basically use spiders as like their pack mules and stuff, which is pretty neat. I think humans would enjoy doing that too if they could. Alright, so let's do that. I ought to make their hair the same color, but And so here we go. It is more. I'm just gonna do some of the colors for right now, just to differentiate a little bit better. Right, that's all the colors I'm doing for right now. Then I'm gonna go back to line work right now. Alright, so that works. Spiders is the fairy equivalent to a wolf. Yeah, basically. It's a wolf. It's kind of like a wolf, kind of like a donkey. Like, let me go up to this panel. See, there's one, like, carrying some stuff. And so, by the way, I don't know if you were here 2 streams ago, but this is their dog. This dog is a firefly. I messed up his head. Alright, let's fix it. Let's fix it now. Brown head could look better, but its head just feels more firefly to me. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water. It's gonna be a pretty good world. I did some research on small towns, and it's not going to help me with this, but it is going to help me like more accurately world build the human civilization that I want them to basically invade. That's going to be in this comic book. Excuse me. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna have him actually put his arms over hers. So he just erased his arms right there. I mean her arms over his. Because I feel like that would be more secure. And then the next scenes, he's going to be holding the water bags. So we're going to have her basically just carrying all of them. Firefly is a cat warfare. It's actually more like a dog, but it's kind of like both. So that's still an accurate statement. Alright, so let's do that here. Alright, so that looks good like that. Let me see. Alright, so that looks decent enough. I feel like I should probably have it bulging slightly more, but I think we're gonna keep it like that. So let's have these ones go like so and like so. Alright, that worked. And still have the same come out from the other end. I could probably get away with whatever color is there. Alright. But yeah, the fireflies, I need to do a little bit more research on fireflies. But to my knowledge, they don't really have a significant small to them, but they do use these fireflies as a biological light source in most occasions. And let me put this here. Alright, so all the line art is done with that specific part. I just need to why is that happening right now? Right. Anyways, hopefully y'all can't hear that. Alright, so let's see. Well, at least the neighbors stopped talking that loudly. Let's increase the texture 10 on that brush. Just get it green right there. There we go, they're nice and pink now. That's good, that's good. And let's do that and grab their eye color. Still don't. Why did it turn black? It was supposed to be yellow. Alright. There we go. That's that. Let's get the blue. It really is an interesting feeling how we're all basically kind of living through the apocalypse right now. I'm sure some folks thought that COVID would be the end of everything, but I never really did. I never really felt that feeling, but it really feels like it's that way with like nowadays. But everything seems to be going badly. But it is what it is. For right now, I can still do art, and for right now, you can all still see it. And for right now, I know that at least most of you are human, so that's all I need. And so, let's go ahead. Got their irises nice and blue. Right, so let's change this to black actually and change that to white. Because this needs to be slightly more spherical. Add a bit of this and a bit of that. Okay. It's always important to add a little bit of shine to it, to the eyes. Right. What I ought to do is work on the reference photos, but too late for all of that. So we're gonna do this and this. That's good. Right. In 10 years, your future self looking back at his previous work like children drawn to pro artist. Yeah, that is most certainly the truth, Volatric. I remember my first animations. It was so fun making that, but it doesn't really look all that attractive right now. If I thought of the idea earlier, like I could have like remade that animation, but like in the way I would now. But like I could have done it for my anniversary because 5-year anniversaries are pretty cool. But 6 years is just a bit odd. But then again, I celebrated my 6,000 subscriber anniversary, so well, not an anniversary because that's the first time I hit it, but milestone is the more correct term that I'm looking for. Anywho, might be interesting. For those of you that did not see it, yeah. Oh, his hips look kind of big. Should probably change that. So it's kind of like this. And let's just let the man keep his hips. Alright, so let's do that. But yeah, it truly is crazy, like how fast you can improve with art. And that's not even with me like drawing every single day and not even drawing for a significant amount of time. Like imagine how fast folks can just improve like within like spending a few weekends drawing for like an hour or so. They can get so far in their art journey. And yet these folks still like AI so much. It's just nonsensical. Claim it's democratizing art, but it's really just effing it all out for the people who actually took time to learn it. The whole thing is just disgusting. It would be nice if like every single AI user just got set on fire. That'd be nice. That'd be like a way to just cleanse the evil from this world. Because I don't know why folks seem to think that, oh, AI's gonna save us. Look at its user base. Most of it is mostly scammers, liars, and thieves. It's not gonna save anything. Because the users that use it are gonna use it for nefarious purposes, and they're good people, or they're just not gonna use it because they actually care about integrity. So, we got that there. Do I have everything? Alright, so it wins since he's a young one. Check. That's a check too. Yeah, I need to make the individual petals for it. Let's hope that. My prediction. AI is still ongoing in 2030. Oh, that's definitely the case. It's not ever going to go away. Sadly. But there is hope. Because hopefully there's like some kind of nuclear war that would just like wipe out most of civilization. That way the AI will go away, because with all of this crappy technology that's happening these days, I honestly think it's probably needs to be time for a reset, because honestly, this stuff is going to be getting worse and worse until these idiots invent hell. So let's just go ahead and just obliterate most humans now and just get it over with. Because at least that way, if people live, they won't have to suffer unjustly. Because I know these folks, they're not gonna get any universal basic income. And if we are, it's going to be significantly less than they even give to welfare people. That's what I think. There will be laws to eliminate AI like boomers eliminate drugs before. Yeah. There will be laws against it, but then again, what's gonna stop it? Like, yeah, let's say in like 5 years, we're going to have AI that's indistinguishable from reality. So like any kind of court official that's like looking at it, they're gonna be pretty hard to tell that it's AI, because what if someone AI generates evidence to falsify someone going in jail, or falsify evidence of them coming out and like not needing to be in jail? It's just gonna falsify so many things. There was recently a court case where some asshole generate AI of her dead husband just to use it to manipulate the courtroom. And the crappy judge, he should lose his job, actually accepted it and changed his plea to give the maximum sentence to the guy that killed him in the car accident. Well, road rage, I believe it was. It was one of the two. Anyway, it was still extremely gross and disgusting. And personally, if I was that judge, I would be like, hey, you're trying to emotionally manipulate me, and since you say, hey, that so-called boyfriend that he so-called believes would say that he would forgive him and be friends with him, well, guess what? He's gonna go free. Since your dead husband so-called just apparently just decided to release a statement long after he's dead, by the way, just to say that he forgives the guy. What kind of bull-ass shit is that? Alright. Make believe it's real. That is the AI model. Sure is. There's only one way to stop it, and that's the way that's never going to happen, because people are dumb. But hey, it is what it is. Guess we're doomed. Alright, so that's fine there. I think I'm just going to make it so he doesn't have buttons. Is this going to be a strap-on thing? That, yeah, alright. So, that's good. I'm gonna make the door. Alright. That works. Let's go to people. Let's go ahead and drag this man down. Did not work out. Good enough. Blop. Bloop. And let's get to make the buildings be available for a bit. We got a door to make. Yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Alright, so let me add this here. Can I get away with being lazy right here? Yeah, I think I can. Alright, so we're gonna do that. Alright. Everything seems to be good. Right, CGI and AI have realism. CGI is expensive to work for magic. AI is extremely to type it, and boom, realism. Yeah, and that's precisely the issue. This AI stuff is going to leave malicious people doing all kinds of things. Now, could someone malicious become a CGI artist, or VFX artist, I think they call it? Sure, of course they can. But that's going to take years and years of effort to make something even look remotely as good. And yet that's why AI idiots seem to think, oh, what's the difference between them and CG artists? Those fucking idiots. Anyways, I shouldn't really cuss too often, but you know what? I've animated stuff, people being ripped apart before. It's obvious this channel isn't for kids. But that's why those dumb AI idiots, it's just so dumb that they think that that's equal to the same thing. It's like saying, oh, wow, that's everyone should have nukes. Like, I'm sure everyone having guns, yeah, that's fine. It's way less damage, so to speak. And it's perfectly fine if they have guns. But no, not everyone should have a nuke. Not everyone should have a bioweapon, because that's basically what AI is. It's going to, the more people that have access to it, the worse it is. The more people that are able to basically ruin stuff for everyone, the worse it is. It's just a simple fact of the reality. And so, let me add this tool. Let's erase that. But yeah, it's basically very disgusting, if I do say so myself. Let me see. Back open. Resource. Okay. That should be good. Excuse me. And that was a deep belch. Right, but yeah, I think I can definitely get away being slightly lazy there. It's okay to be slightly lazy as long as you actually do the work. That's why cheating, I don't really agree with cheating, but if you're gonna cheat, write it down so at least you could retain some of the information. But instead with this AI nonsense, it's leaving these fools just to copy and paste every single little thing without even proofreading. That's why I'm just so disgusted by it. Like, every single thing about society nowadays is just completely disgusting. Now, it's just shameful. Like, it's a dang shame that, like, society seemed like it was at its best in, like, 2016. And personally, I enjoyed it at its best in, like, 2008, I want to say. Like, technology, it wasn't that prevalent, but it was still, like, a very nice time to use the technology. And it just wasn't everywhere, so no one was overly using it. Like, from what I recall in 2008, no one was using it to actively harass or do stuff like the so-called prank YouTubers. To my knowledge, identity scams, they were still a thing, but they weren't as prevalent. But that seems inevitable with, like, any medium. So, I'm not going to give that to 2008 just yet. So let's just only use half the door. That should be fine. So half the door, let's erase the storyboard. So that worked. Let's that. I feel like a little bit of that should be added, but I could do that here. So let's do that. Just that slight amount of that should be decent enough. Alright. Alright, so I'm not sure what's going on. But it seems to be good. Alright, so okay. And let's have the hinges go inside the wall so no one can unscrew it as easily. Even though this technically is not accurate to the way doors work. Actually, it is. I'm being dumb. Alright, let's do that. Oh yeah. Oh, we should reduce tech and be in society off of like the 1800s lifestyle. We've made everyone act like they find witches in my country. That could be interesting, but I don't think we should get rid of all tech. I think we should like go back to the way it was in the early 2000s. Like we have like 2D animation that's not as environmentally effective as 3D animation, and that's not even including AI animation, which is, my gosh, abysmal. But the 3D animation, like with the ray tracing and all that, it's a bit much. So I think we can get away with like the graphics of 1997 with Toy Story. I don't think that was too much, but if we do that on today's hardware, it should be a very, very good, easy feat, if I do say so myself. So we just start doing that instead. And we don't really use electric cars, but we just keep our normal cars until they're gone. What's going on with this? Something happened. I'm not sure what happened. Alright. Anyways. What was I saying? Yeah, we should keep the gas guzzling cars, but we should have like more trains and buses to pick everyone up. But then we should make them free to use so people can just go out and about and just do. I'm just gonna assume that the whole screen being blue is fine. Alright, so I'm just gonna do. Oh no! Let's undo that. Okay. But yeah. So we basically reduce it that way. We stop having these companies produce this AI stuff because it's not necessary. We got humans that can basically do the work of an AI, but instead of that much energy being used against it, we just use an Apple, basically, because we can just be powered off of that. Sup, Maddie True? Welcome to the stream. Currently finishing this cartoon. This comic, I should say. So I'm late. I just woke up from a nap. Hope you had a nice nap. Did you dream anything, Maddie True? I remember having a dream recently, but I can't remember what it's about. All I remember is for the past few days I've dreamed, but I forgot instantly about it when I woke up. But those dreams were very pleasant dreams. So at least that was nice. I remember hearing a story about someone dreaming of electricity. I don't really understand why, and I don't really understand it, but they did, so that was that. Alright, let's go back to the storyboard so that I can finish the line art. Then we can go back to color and then all that other good stuff. I forgot. I don't think I had one. Okay. These are unrecorded movies in your mind. Unrecorded for now. I just know that these dirtbag tech folks are gonna ruin the sanctity of dreams now too. I really have zero faith in these stuff going well. But it is what it is. Okay, so let's shrink her down. Why not? Shrink her down, keep her right there because that works. Right there. Shrink her a bit more. Alright, there we go. But yeah, dreams really are quite a hoot and a holler, so to speak. Excuse me. I enjoy streaming, and I do think it has its uses. So I propose that maybe we just dismantle every single streaming platform, but we have every single company pull their earnings together. So instead of them having their own separate revenues and people having to pay for it and it wasting even more energy, we just have each and every single revenue share. Need to gather my words. We just have every single revenue just, gosh, so flustered. We just have every single one do their thing. My words. Gosh darn it, I messed up the door. Alright. That's fine, that is fine. Oh, I can just do this. I can copy this here. Storyboard. Copy. Paste it onto the test. Kablammy. Yeah, that's more like it. Then we go to people, and I don't have to undo the building. Alright, that works. I usually get nightmares most of the time instead of good dreams. I don't know why. It's unfortunate. You sound like my sister. She gets nightmares a whole bunch too. Hi, how are you guys? Sup, silly Lily? Welcome to the stream. It's good seeing you again. Some companies should go bankrupt if they are scummy, like they abuse copyright or very realistic AI. But yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue that we're running towards. The second that AI gets realistic is the second that all companies, all governments can do no wrong whatsoever. There can be no accountability had because who's going to believe the truth? They're just going to deny it because they're not going to see it unless they've seen it for their own eyes. Any single controversy, any single bit of tin that we can use to get any leverage as the people, we will have no new information. We will have no accurate information. We can't even trust our own eyes when it comes to the images we see on the internet. And they're working on humanoid robots. So we're not even going to be able to trust each other pretty soon too. So it's just going to get worse and worse over the years, and we honestly just need to be noobs. That's it. Alright. Companies can do bad things unless we do something. The only way to stop them is to destroy them, and that's never gonna happen. So we're never gonna stop them. They win. That's basically it. Luckily, I already did all the stuff on my bucket list. And I strongly suggest you guys do the same. Alright, so let's go ahead and... Can I be lazy? Should I be lazy? The answer to both is no, but I'm gonna try anyway. So, let's do it. I only got a few minutes left, so we're gonna roll with this. We're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best, see? We're gonna do what we can. Alright, so gonna do that. I'm gonna get rid of his 10 there. Of course, I'm gonna change it just a tad. Did you see my new animations, by the way? I saw one of them. I need to see the other one, but I saw one. Alright, so alright, and let's actually erase that too. Base bit of this. A little bit of sunshine in my life. I remember that being a song somewhere in some movie. And it's an actual song too. And so where did that go? That is fine right here. Alright, so let's go here. Alright, I really need to go live again. I haven't found the motivation to do so again. But I can click comment to see on channel stream. Alright. So let me just do that. I'm gonna at least finish drawing this man right here. I should draw her head first. Alright, we're gonna stop it there then. Yeah, so I think we're probably gonna stop it. I'm gonna do his wins at least. So let's do that here. Need a typo. I can't click comments to see on stream. Yeah, it's some kind of glitch now. I don't think it's a glitch. It's some new feature Like, YouTube took away our ability to actually see each other's content on live streams. It's just so messed up. It's dumb, isn't it? Like, I tried to like see other people's content a few times, and it just doesn't really work out. It doesn't work for me. So that's so unfortunate. Alright, so let's add a bit of blue to it. Alright, well, Invasion, I hope you have a good rest of your day. Please check out my animations. I'm go. Alright, bye, Maddie Drew. I'll check them out. Alright, so let's actually head on out. Let's make that lesser. Can't find the channel tab anywhere since it still exists, but it's hidden. Yeah, that is another feature that they got rid of. I don't know why. But you know, YouTube doing dumb stuff for dumb reasons. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm actually gonna use this mount for the daughter. I forgot her name, even though I made her. But gonna do that. But yeah. And let's also do a little bit of different eyebrow action. Alright, so I think I'm going to end it here. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to press that like button and subscribe, because I do these randomly. Share this with your friends, comment down below, and until next time, this is Invasion out.